Good morning, students. Today we will do Unit 7, Chapter 14, Gulliver's Travels. So, adapted by Jonathan Swift from the story Gulliver's Travels. So, let's see what is autobiography first. When a person tells the story of his life in his own words, it is called an autobiography. Okay. So, Gulliver, a sailor, was once caught in the land of giants. This is how he describes his experience. So the story is all about Gulliver the sailor. On the 16th of June 1730, we discovered land. Our captain sent a dozen men with vessels for water, if any could be found. When we came to land, we saw no river or springs, nor any inhabitants. I went on to explore. So Gulliver had sent his men to in search of water. Okay, the country was barren and rocky. I turned back to join the crew, only to see them getting into the boat, rowing for life to get to the ship. So why did it happen? Because they saw a giant. Before I could reach them, I observed a huge creature walking after them in the sea as fast as he could. The water of the ocean reached only till his knees. However, the monster was unable to overtake the speeding boat. So there was a monster. There was a huge man who was, coming after the boat. Okay, can you see the hand of the monster? I turned back quickly and climbed up a steep hill with the fields of barley on either side and the corn rising up to 40 feet. There was a fence to pass from one field to another. Okay, so the fence was also very high for a Gulliver, like 40 feet. Corns were there. Okay, so since the land was of the giant, it was impossible for me to climb because every step was 6 feet high. I was trying to find a gap in the hedge when I discovered one of the inhabitants in the next field walking towards the fence. He was of the same size as the creature chasing the boat. I was struck with utmost fear and astonishment and ran to hide myself. He called a voice much louder than a trumpet. It sounded like thunder. 7 monsters like him came towards the field, ready to reap the corn. So that giant was not the only creature. There were lots of giants like him. They carried a reaping hook which was very big. When one of the reapers approached where I lay hidden, I screamed as loud as I could. The creature stopped reaping, picked me up between his thumb and forefinger and brought me close to his eyes, 60 feet above the ground. So can you imagine how huge those giants were? So one of the giants saw the sailor, the Gulliver, and he picked him up in his hand to see it closely. How come this sailor was there? He looked at me with curiosity and blew my hair aside to get a better view of my face. So just like the creature was, the giant was very astonished to see that Gulliver. Okay, he called his friends and gently placed me on the ground. They all sat on the ground to take a good look at me. I walked slowly backward and forward, pulled off my hat and made a low bow towards the farmers. I tried to speak them loudly in several languages. Each time I did so, the farmer who picked me up held his ear very close to me, but in vain. That means, even if he wanted to speak louder, Gulliver wanted to speak louder, it was not audible to those giants. The farmer took me to his house and placed me at some distance on the dining table, which was 30 feet high from the floor. Can you imagine? The giant was so big that the dining table was 30 feet high. Dinner was brought for the farmers in the dish, which was 10 feet in diameter. The farmer's wife crumbled some bread and placed it before me. In the middle of the dinner, I heard a noise behind me. It was the purring of a cat that was 10 times larger than an ox. The farmer's wife was stroking him. Then entered the farmer's 1-year-old son in the arms of a lady. On seeing me, child grabbed me from the table and put my head into his mouth. I shouted loudly that the baby dropped me. Okay, so the baby was also big, you know. So Gulliver shouted loudly and the baby dropped him. I would have broken my neck if the mother had not held her apron under me. Later, she put me on her own bed and covered me with a clean white handkerchief. I slept dreaming of my home, my wife, and my children. So, later, they really took care of Gulliver, and they made Gulliver sleep on their own bed. Okay, so now we have new words. So as I read the story, you will try reading the story, and I'll give you the explanation of the story, the summary of the story tomorrow on Monday. Okay, so new words are billowing, inhabitants, barren, astonishment, crumbled, and crab. It is just at the back of the story. Write it in your copy. Okay, thank you so much. Have a great day.